Judge in Epping migrant hotel case has ties to labor-affiliated socialist think tank. A ruling in the long-running legal battle over the Bell Hotel in Epping has become all the more politically charged following revelations about the background of one of the judges involved. Lord Justice Bean, who led the panel that overturned the High Court injunction blocking asylum seekers from being housed at the site, formerly held the position of chair at the Fabian Society, a socialist think tank with historic links to the Labour Party. Legal decision and political backdrop. The Court of Appeal ruled on August 29, 2025, in favor of the Home Office and Samani hotels, overturning the injunction that had prohibited the continued housing of asylum seekers at the Bell Hotel. The High Court had previously barred further placements, citing planning rule breaches and rising tensions in the community. The appeal court found that the initial ruling failed to consider the wider implications, including the disruption to asylum accommodation logistics and the risk of encouraging further protests. Lord Justice Bean's background has now moved from being a legal footnote to a focus of political scrutiny. His leadership role at a Labour-aligned think tank has fueled accusations that the decision may have been influenced, however unintentionally, by partisan affiliations. Political fallout. The revelation has intensified debate over the impartiality of the judiciary. Critics have pounced, with Conservative and Reform UK figures, such as Kemi Badenoch and Nigel Farage, accusing the Labour-led government of favouring asylum seekers over local residents. They claim the ruling might reflect ideological alignment rather than judicial objectivity. Labour officials, however, have pushed back strongly, arguing that the court's decision was grounded in law, highlighting procedural flaws in the High Court's injunction and the urgent public interest considerations in refugee accommodation. Meanwhile, the Epping Forest District Council has signaled their intent to continue pursuing legal avenues. Council members and local MPs argue that the hotel's use undermines community safety, planning norms, and local consent, but so far, their injunction efforts have been set aside by the appeal court's ruling. Context of rising tensions. The Bell Hotel has become a flashpoint amid a wave of national unrest. This summer saw protests erupt across dozens of towns and cities, including Epping, triggered by the arrest of an asylum seeker accused of sexually assaulting a teenager in July. These protests often turned violent, with confrontations involving masked far-right groups, counter-demonstrators from anti-racism groups, and police clashes. Local authorities and campaigners have warned of planning violations, unsuitable settings for vulnerable individuals, and the chilling effect on community cohesion. Yet the Home Office emphasizes the necessity of such temporary accommodation amid a shortage of suitable housing and increasing demands on the asylum system. What comes next? Legal developments. A full hearing is expected in mid-October, which may clarify longer-term legal standings on asylum hotel use. The Epping Council has also alluded to possible challenges at the Supreme Court. Asylum policy. The Labour government maintains that it will phase out hotel-based asylum housing by 2029, aiming for more sustainable alternatives. Political ramifications. With judicial impartiality under scrutiny, particularly given Lord Justice Bean's prior affiliation with a Labour-linked think tank, the story is poised to become a central talking point in the broader debate over immigration, justice, and political influence.